What is up, everybody? Joe Carlton here with the Sports Affiliation. Today, we're going to be drafting the Austin Ekeler Foundation charity draft. I will be joined by my co-owner, Gina Noble. Once she gets on, we can bring her on. I just wanted to join a little bit early. The draft starts at 12:30 p.m. I wanted to join a little bit early just to go over the format and the scoring system. This is a start: one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, one kicker, and one defense. And one flex. So it's two wide. It's not a three wide receiver format. It's two wide receivers and one flex. There's no tight end premium. It is a PPR league. You get a full point per reception. The passing scoring will be 0.04 points per yard, so 25 yards is 1 point. 4-point passing touchdown, and of course 2 points for a 2-point conversion, and also -1 for an interception. The rushing scoring will have 0.1 per yard, pretty standard. 10 yards equals 1 point. Rushing touchdowns are worth 6, and a 2-point conversion is worth 2. Receiving scoring, 1 point per reception. 0.1 per yard, so 10 yards equals 1 point. 6 points for a receiving touchdown, 2 points for the 2-point conversion. Pretty standard PPR scoring. For the kickers, it's going to be 3 points for a field goal, 3 points for anything under 40 yards. 40 plus yards, 40 to 49 yards get you 4 points. 50 to 59 yards will get you 5. 60 plus yards get you 6. An extra point is worth 1, and each field goal missed is -1, and a missed extra point is also -1. So there'll be no decimal scoring. If your kicker gets 45-yard field goal, it's still only worth 4 points. Team defense, we have 6 points for a defensive touchdown. We're going to start with 10 points for a shutout, and as you give up points, it's pretty standard. You go down to 7, then to 4, then to 1 if you give up over 20 points. And then if you give up 28 to 34 points, you get a -1. And if anything over 35 points against, you're getting a -4. So you definitely don't want that to happen. Sacks are worth 1, interceptions are worth 2, fumble recovery 2, safety 2. A forced fumble gets you a point, and a block kick is worth 2, which I like that. I like those last two. You don't see those last two in every league, the forced fumbles and the block kick. So I like that element. Special teams, same thing. Forced fumbles 1, a fumble recovery is 1. Special teams TD is 6. And same thing for the special teams player. If you have a wide receiver that plays special teams, he can accumulate points through special teams with a touchdown, a forced fumble, or a fumble recovery. Turnovers are worth -2, a fumble lost, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown is worth 6. So that's pretty much it. Gina is here. We're going to bring her on. How's your Labor Day weekend going, Gina?
So far, so good. We golfed yesterday, so that was fun. It was actually a little warmer than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. Had some good shots, and I had some shots that I wondered why I play golf at all.
But for the fun of it, no? It's definitely fun.
I guess, something like that. All right,
Nice.
Are we ready? Don't mind my paint swatches behind my head here that at some point we'll be painting the room. I'm like, look, this side. Look how nice. The background.
Is there a countdown clock? I don't see a countdown clock.
There was like 1 minute when I just went to it. If I go out of the 23 seconds.
All right. So I turned off the sound, so we're not going to hear the sleeper sound. So, while we're drafting when we're on the clock.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind so we don't lose track and auto pick. I don't know how we can auto pick with a 1.5-minute clock. Each pick has got 90 seconds to make a pick. So 15-round draft. We're picking from the 8 spot. So what were your thoughts? I mean,
So with the scoring being fairly like normal scoring, and the 4-point receiving touchdowns, I definitely lean running back. And then quarterback, I think we could wait. I mean, it is advantageous to obviously have a running quarterback, but with it only being one quarterback, I like to try to wait. And then maybe we can score like a Justin Fields, take advantage of his legs. Even Kyler Murray is one who, is definitely one you can land on waiting a little bit. I never like when defense and kickers are part of the game, but we have to do it. I'm like, oh, wait as long as you can for defense and kickers.
The last two picks, I always make it the last two picks.
Yeah.
So you said 4-point receiving touchdowns, 4-point passing touchdowns.
I'm sorry, passing touchdowns.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. So the audience isn't confused.
Yeah, passing. Sorry, my verbiage will always be questionable at best.
Nice. So I like it. So we got, I believe there's 15 rounds, and let's see, there's 3, 5, 7, 10 starting positions. So we'll have five on the bench.
So that's a pretty shallow bench.
So my question for you is, if we wait and take somebody like a Kyle or Murray, should we be inclined to have a backup, like a fallback, somebody that we can plug in if things aren't working out?
I mean, I feel like you got to see kind of how the other teams go with quarterbacks, but with it being one quarterback and a shallow bench, I know that you could probably stream a quarterback. I just don't know if people are going to be taking a second quarterback unless,
right.
I don't know. I feel like you got to see what the room does. You always have to pivot, but I mean, I would rather have viable players that I'm plugging in during bye weeks than another quarterback where you could probably pick someone up for bye week and cross your fingers that your starting quarterback lasts all season. I don't even want to say I don't even want to put the negative energy out there. All right, the draft has begun.
Appreciate you taking the time to join today, Gina, on kind of like a spontaneous request. I mean, I know we had been talking about splitting a team for a while now, but and this one kind of just presented itself. I think this was definitely a good idea. Get us out here talking about draft thoughts, and so we got Barkley went number 1.
I know.
So there goes.
That person just got a steal.
Right. Jamar Chase 2, Jahmyr Gibbs 3, Bijan 4, Justin Jefferson 5, CeeDee Lamb 6.
Okay, so I think we need to talk running back here. So if Christian McCaffrey falls to us, I say we slam Christian McCaffrey into our top spot.
Yeah, I agree. If McCaffrey's there, we definitely.
And then I am also a huge fan of King Henry, maybe because I'm the queen, but I just think he's got a lot left in his tank, and he is a beast. So I like him. I don't know where you're at with Henry.
I like Henry too, but I think that CMC's upside and the fact that we only need to start 2 wide receivers, we can take the risk here on CMC.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if CMC goes, then Henry.
It's our turn, and it's our turn.
Oh, we're up.
Yeah, we got him if we want him.
Let's do it. I say Christian McCaffrey with full confidence.
All right.
We talked about that. We were like, Christian could fall.
Yep.
All right. So are you thinking running back or wide receiver on the way back?
We got to see what falls. I'm not opposed to Derrick Henry, though you were just talking about. If he's there at the 2-5, which I highly doubt, but if he is, I don't see how we could pass on that. So
another running back that I'm not afraid to take, and I don't know why he gets so much disrespect, is Kyren Williams. Last year, he fell so far, and actually he was one of my top running backs for the Queen's Classic. And of course, who's the Corum? Blake Corum? Is that who it is behind him?
Yeah.
Everybody saw him there. They were nervous about him. They're like, oh, Corum is going to get all the work and Kyron's going to be, just like the secondary guy. And it wasn't that case at all. So I don't know why people like to make drama over there with Kyron Williams. He's another one that I'm fine with. Like, I think he's a good running back. He put up excellent points last year, and I think he'll do it again this year.
I agree. They also have Jacquez Hunter behind, so there's the worry is maybe Corum's in entering his second year and he's a pretty good pass protector. The worry, I guess, is maybe they'll start mixing in a committee approach, but I don't see why anyone would be worried about that when Sean McVay's always ran one running back to the ground. They play 3 downs. Kyron can do it all, and I think they gave him that contract. So I'm with you. Like, yeah. I don't see how people are letting him fall.
And Hunter presents the same thing that happened last year with Corum, where, oh my God, they drafted a running back. Like, everybody gets in their head about these things and they forget that Kyron Williams is a fully capable, standalone running back. Maybe they're just developing 2 more running backs behind him that they'll have when Kyron can't do it anymore.
Right. I agree. They got a running back that complements Corum. And that's kind of how I'm reading it as well. That if something happens to Kyron, then maybe they can, patch it together with 2 running backs. But I'm with you with the Kyron. Now, with that being said, I think Kyron maybe. I mean, would you? I don't think we need to take him in the second round. He's a possible 3rd round pick.
Yeah, I mean, he could. I don't know if he'll fall to us all the way back in the 3rd round. I'm just sort of planning ahead. Like, obviously Derrick Henry's the top of my board right now. Lots of wide receivers going compared to running backs, which is a little surprising. I don't know. I feel like all the drafts I've done this year has been more running back heavy than wide receiver, unless there's some crazy scoring. The other thing that we touched on briefly was with no tight end bonus, I'm good to wait on tight ends. You'll absolutely see Brock Bowers and McBride fly off the board, Kittle shortly behind that. And then I think there'll be a fairly good break. And it's kind of like when the wide receivers start to dry up a little bit, then you'll see the second round of tight ends go. And I'm over here in the, Hawkinson, Andrews, Engram, Njoku, all of those guys have been falling. And I would take any of those. So whichever one falls, the farthest to the position I want to take a tight end, I'm like, all right, when there's one left, I'm thinking, let's hope he falls to me.
So if we're gonna wait on tight end, I honestly, I got to be honest with you. I would not want to. I want to have a premium option in one of the quarterback or tight end. So if we choose to wait on tight end, I think we should maybe target somebody like Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Well, I would love to have Jalen Hurts at quarterback because he's got the legs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we take who Daniels and Hurts are the bottom tier. It usually goes Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson first.
So Achane sitting there is kind of juicy. If we feel okay about his injury status, what has he had, a cap situation?
Yeah, I mean he's the same risk any way you look at it. He's always a risk to miss games. You drafted him for the 20 points per week, really.
We have, and they're different bye weeks. You always got to check your bye weeks for, I don't usually get too wrapped up in bye weeks, but I don't know. I mean, are we crazy to pass up Achane, or do you feel like we need to go wide receiver?
So just because I'm really high on Drake London and Malik Nabers, and they're both sitting there.
Okay.
Well, minus that. Well, not just that, but you mentioned Kyron earlier, and I'm looking at the list of running backs here.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with anybody that in that order too. I'm okay with any
Yeah.
7 of those as
So,
my RB2.
only thing to consider, Neighbors does have same bye week as McCaffrey, if that matters to you. If go London, if not, then I'm good either. I think either one, whichever one you want.
I think that's a good point. Also, I think Neighbors carries more risk than London.
All right, let's go London.
So we'll do Drake London. Make sure I got it on the right one. He's in the queue anyway, so there we go. Drake London.
All right.
I like it. It's a great start. McCaffrey in London. So Drake London, the way he finished down the stretch last year with Michael Penix and the fact that they don't have a clear-cut wide receiver too. Darnell Mooney's always been riddled with injuries. Kyle Pitts is underachieved at tight end, and they don't use him in a high-volume role. I could see London.
It's going to be his year, but not to take away from London.
Yeah. I see London getting 150 targets at least in that ballpark.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be good. Interesting, 2 quarterbacks off the board already. Feels early for me in a 1 quarterback league, but you're always going to have this. You're always going to have somebody who just wants their guy. And I mean, they're at the turn. It's a long way back. So if for some reason quarterbacks did start flying, those are the guys who are going to go first. So I guess get your guy, right?
Right. Nice. All right. So I want to shout out Austin Ekeler and the foundation. We got to talk about that for at least a few minutes,
Yeah.
So I went back this morning and I re-listened to the Give Back show where Rick Bruce Wallace had him on as a guest, and just the way he talks about how he was presented opportunity and he feels grateful for that. And that's one of my favorite part about his charity. He targets places that in areas of the country that don't necessarily have common resources to lead to the proper foundation and proper upbringing of knowing what working hard means and just to have all the tools at your disposal to make you be your best self. And he's targeting areas, and he's providing these areas with resources to help, along that path, so that what's the word I'm looking for? So that the people who are more unfortunate have an opportunity to break through.
I guess, is that the word?
Yeah. So I want to shout him out for that. I love that because not every there's some diamonds in the rough out there, and not everybody gets an opportunity to show it. So that he's allowing that to happen. So that's one thing I love about that.
Yeah, definitely. Austin's doing a lot of great things. He's just like a super nice guy. Just like very down to earth. I loved watching when Rick had him on, and I'm like, it's Austin freaking Ekeler, but it's like just a normal conversation. I mean, they all put their pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us. But it's so cool that he just is so open and available, and has a passion for doing good for others that aren't as fortunate as he is and we are. So yeah, definitely an awesome thing. It's cool that you wanted to get involved and that you brought me along. Like, what? I was like, okay.
Well, there's a backstory to that. When they sent me the email with the date for the draft, I was like, oh no, I think that's the same day as my high stakes trip to New York.
Right.
So I was like, man, this could be bad depending on the time, and I might be I wanted to have a backup plan, and I know that I had been talking about co-owning a team with you in the high stakes world, bringing you in and kind of having us do one of these the same exact way, live stream a draft together and put a team together and see how it does. because one thing I know is you're an extremely good fantasy football player. You know how to draft. You understand roster construction. You see things very similar to how I do. I've watched your live streams as well. The ones that you have done. I see how you. I like your style of how you approach the game, and you're a competitor and you want to win. So.
Yeah, I don't like to lose.
Yeah. So this is that I thought this would be a good person to co-own a team with, I guess.
Yeah, this will be fun. This guy is taking his sweet time, or girl. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, the 90 seconds is brutal, right?
They must have I don't know if did they get autoed or do they have a queue, but it's using up the entire 90 seconds to get that queue.
Every time, yeah.
They need to put it on auto.
I was gonna say that means they're shutting it off because once it puts you on auto,
I think if you have a queue, then it will auto your queue.
Right. But if you shut off auto, it'll run the clock every time.
Yeah. Right.
It's staying on auto now, so we'll see.
So let's see. We are looking at Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. Still sitting there, both runners, which would be advantageous with the 6-point running touchdowns. Something to think about. We could be looking at, let's see, Kyron is at the top of the board right now, so I don't know if somebody wants to go running back.
And there goes Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Trey McBride. So
are you? Yeah, I knew Brock and McBride would go. I'm actually surprised McBride made it that far. If we're wanting elite quarterback, then if Jaden Daniels falls, we'd have to go Jaden Daniels.
Right.
Burrow is an elite quarterback, but we just aren't going to get the run out of him. There goes. Was that Daniels?
There's two spots to our right. Yeah, Jaden Daniels just went. Okay, I was gonna say we could probably push off quarterback because the two spots there's 2 out of the 4 teams to our right have a quarterback and the other 2 are on auto pick. I don't know what that means I don't know if they have a queue set or not, but if they don't have a queue set, then I don't think they're taking a quarterback.
Oh, break my heart! I knew he wasn't gonna make it back.
So there goes Kyron. So,
and I am just now I'm more of a Kamara fan here than I am.
Yes,
I'm just not a James Cook and a Breece Hall fan this year. So I would personally go to Kamara from here.
So yeah, we're looking at Kamara and Kenneth Walker would be my top 2 running back choices, and then there's still JSN is still there. I don't know how you feel about him.
So I think I personally like Kamara here. Because I would be fine. I don't think he'll make it back, but Garrett Wilson, and then we try to get Justin Fields.
Okay.
I don't know that Garrett Wilson will make it back, but I feel like right here taking a strong running back.
I agree.
Mike Evans. I'm a huge Mike Evans fan, so I'd be perfectly happy taking Mike Evans as our number 2 wide receiver.
Right. Well, we only have to start 2 wide receivers, and there's 1 flex. But grabbing a second running back early will allow our next running back pick to give us depth, and I think that's I'm with you on the construction here. We'll go Kamara.
Okay. So I like to look at who's available, who's probably going to be available at the next turn, and if I'm not passionate about let's say the wide receivers that are sitting there, I look at the wide receivers sitting there as fairly equal. There's nothing that stands out to me that I'm oh no, this guy's way above the rest. But with running back, I was like, I do feel like I put Kamara above the other options. Maybe I'm crazy. That's just my opinion. So that's like when I'm building, that's kind of what's going through my head is if I'm kind of like, I would like to have less of a decision between all of these guys, but I have more of an opinion over here. I'm going with where my opinion is and then let this group fall.
I agree. I mean, Alvin Kamara still last year, he averaged 19, a little over 19 points per game PPR.
Yeah.
After that, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker, those guys, I think it drops down into the 17 and even lower than that.
Yeah, I feel
per
like
game
Kamara is
range.
kind of a tier break, like he's a tier above. Now, some people may argue with me about James Cook, but I don't feel James Cook in Buffalo. I don't know that Buffalo feels James Cook in Buffalo. I know he had some contract issues and then he got paid. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. But I don't know. I've never been on the James Cook train. Ooh, that was Sam Laporta. So, Mike Evans went. Dang it. I love Mike Evans. I have him in so many leagues. All right. So Garrett Wilson's still there.
And if you're talking about Justin Fields, we could do a little Jets stack later on, maybe.
Stack. I do love to get a stack if at all possible.
Wilson, Harrison, Adams, Metcalf, DJ Moore. Yeah, that's Kenneth Walker's still there, but
I have not taken Metcalf in any drafts. I feel like sometimes I need to see to believe. So I'm not a huge risk taker. I'm not a gambler. I play pretty safe. It's done well for me. Is this us?
Yeah, we're up. I agree with you on DK
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, we could do Garrett Wilson. The DK Metcalf is one of my fades this year, and it's the Pittsburgh situation just worries me. I know that they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball so as much as they possibly can, and I don't think that. And I think that's going to be Arthur Smith's call and Mike Tomlin's call, and I think that. I don't know. It just the whole situation seems murky because Aaron Rodgers likes to do what Aaron Rodgers wants to do at the same time.
Yeah.
And I know that there's the narrative that he funnels to his number one target. And this, it could be true, but you're looking at like a possible dumpster fire of an offense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really outside of there's Jonnu Smith, there's Pat Fryermuth. I mean, who's going to take, like, what happens when DK is getting double covered in top coverage and they're smothering him and they're taking away his funnel? Yeah. So that's why I think in the end is going to be mostly, it's going to be as much of a balanced offense as it can be. I don't see Aaron Rodgers slinging it a ton. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of off of DK. And people forget when he played with Seattle, he had Metcalf and JSN, and before that was Doug Baldwin. He always had good support. So I think we may have seen DK sailing is my point. So
yeah, I kind of feel like, and Metcalf is like a physical specimen, right? Like the guy is a freak in the best way. But I feel like the idea of DK has been better than the player. Like we want to see DK be awesome, but I don't know. Like for me, and I'm a lot of times I have to go back and I'm like, actually, he didn't do that bad. He wasn't as bad as I thought, but I don't know. Like I just always felt like he should have performed better than he did. So I gotta see him in Pittsburgh before I'm putting him on my fantasy teams. When you have to take a player so high, the make it or break it of those first few rounds can be devastating to your team. So Scott Fishbowl last year, I went early pick CMC and he got injured. And it was absolutely devastating. Puka got injured. I had Puka. I mean, so I don't like to gamble in those spots. I'm kind of like, I got to see it before I believe it type person. Joe Burrow. All right. So I'm really crossing my fingers we get Justin Fields because I love the idea of him with Garrett Wilson and the running ability that Fields has. So what do you, we've never drafted together before. Like when you build a roster, do you have a particular, like, am I throwing you off or?
No, I've built around Justin Fields. He's easy to build around. He goes late. You can really stack your roster. There is one quarterback still there, Bo Nix.
Bo. I do love Bo.
I'm kind of in on him if he falls from if he's there in the right spot. But after Bo Nix, then I'm with you. I'm waiting for Justin Fields. I'm waiting for Bryce Young.
So where are you? I mean, are you thinking
even Drake May?
Oh, Drake May is a good one too.
Yeah, there's a couple of good quarterbacks that we could be targeting later on. We don't. I'm not picking a quarterback now. Once I miss out on
top tier
on Hurts and Daniels and Burrow, then the next tier goes down. The only person I like from that tier is Bo Nix.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bo Nix is like right at this next tier. Him, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to get there, and Baker Mayfield. They're like that next tier.
Right.
With Mahomes and Baker would be a little lower because of the 4-point passing touchdowns.
Right. I'm thinking at this point in the draft, I've been going for a third running back, especially where we have our 2 wide receivers already. I would consider a third running back to add depth, especially where we have McCaffrey and Kamara, 2 of the older, more injury-prone guys. Right. I guess.
It would be a dream if Chuba fell to us. Although I think he's got the same bye as McCaffrey, 14.
I kind of like RJ Harvey.
Oh, do you? Yes. So I will be honest. I don't know much about RJ Harvey. I have not. He really hasn't been anywhere where it would make sense for me to draft him. So I have a tendency to do this in drafts where, depending on my position in drafts, there's certain players that I'm like either have to reach or they just aren't there. And he's one of those guys. So I'm like,
I definitely like him.
Jay Harvey.
Denver is going to have an extremely explosive. This is why I love Bo Nix too. I think that might be our next 2 picks is Harvey than Bo Nix. We'll see if any more quarterbacks go before. Because once we pick our second pick, then we have to wait again, and there might be Bo Nix might not be there when it comes back.
So Denver's running back situation doesn't scare you at all?
No, not at all. I think Dobbins is going to do what Dobbins does, and RJ Harvey's going to do what RJ Harvey does, and I think that they're both going to do well. The whole offense is going to be explosive this year. People are underrating how good of a football team this is. They are definitely how good their defense is, and how if their offense gels this year,
like
they are like underdog Super Bowl contenders. Like, and
which would be unbelievable for the Broncos fans out there because it's been a hot minute. I don't like
the last time I checked, it was plus 250 for them to win the division too.
Wow,
so that's kind of it's probably lower now because people have been hammering that. I bet.
Yeah.
But that
Broncos
was the last
fans
time.
have been very patient. They have been very patient.
I'm in on Harvey. I also, I like Pacheco this year too, but Pacheco I've always faded Pacheco because of his injury and how high he was going in drafts. Like he's actually a good he's like a fair price this year. So
I like ETN myself this year.
We just got sniped on Harvey.
Yeah, look at that sucks. Okay. It's ultimately your team. I'm not a huge Pacheco fan. I have been I have been not drafting him, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you got Swift in Chicago. Aaron Jones, I think Mason is going to take some away from Aaron Jones this year because I think Mason's a good running back.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
How about Tony Pollard?
Oh, I do like Tony Pollard. He had some injuries last year. He is getting a little older, but I mean, with Spears on IR, Tony Pollard's the guy.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know that we need to take him here.
I agree with that.
Going like, what about Xavier Worthy?
I was just gonna say there's some wide receivers still available.
Yeah, so I would say Xavier Worthy, especially the first 6 weeks, is gonna be the guy. And DJ Moore, I know some people don't love him, but you're talking those are 2 wide receiver ones. I'm not a huge fan on Flowers only because Baltimore is such a run-heavy offense. Did you go Worthy?
Yeah, yes. You sold me on Worthy.
I mean, you got him for the first 6 weeks. Who else are they throwing the ball to? Juwan and Jennings didn't even. Jared Goff. I'm sorry. What?
Jared Goff just got picked.
But why? I'm sorry.
To pair with Laporta. Wow, that came back around pretty quick.
Okay, so I say we go Bo next. What do you think? Let these people be a little crazy. Or you could also go Pacheco here if you wanted to.
No. I would rather have Pollard than Pacheco.
Okay. I'm good with I'm so good with Pollard.
But I like Bo Nix here too.
Just don't know that Bo Nix is going to make it back around. So if you wanted Bo Nix and you didn't want to resort down to Fields, I'm okay with Bo Nix. Like I love
How do you feel about Dak this year?
Dak?
I'm just throwing it out there, yeah. In the event that we let Bo Nix float and see if he comes back, and if he doesn't,
I think Dak will be fine.
We have pivots in place, you know what I mean?
I think the morale in Dallas is down right now. I don't know how that will affect the overall.
I mean, he could.
Dak has been a great sleeper late round QB because people kind of forgot about Dak. I would prefer to have Justin Fields over Dak.
I only mention them because I kind of see Dallas as like last year's Bengals, where they're going to have so much passing volume. The defense kind of took a step back where they didn't keep Parsons, and they don't have much of a running game. Have Javonte. Their running backs are pass catching running backs. So it's like, I don't know. I could see him having career year passing if he plays all 17 games.
So if we go wide receiver, we have a third wide receiver one in DJ Moore. And we would actually have our fourth. Well, no, Garrett Wilson's. Yeah, he's wide receiver one.
We would have depth, but we would be benching one every week is the thing.
Yeah. So Swift is one that I don't mind grabbing up around this time too.
I put Swift in the queue, so that's what we're gonna get. I think we're gonna. Yeah. I'm good with. I gotta share an auto pick off now.
We really we got that at the buzzer.
Well, I put them in the queue. Real quick. There's the auto pick button over there. There we go.
Oh, Pollard went. Wait, did Pollard go right?
Yeah, we got sniped on Pollard. That's why
I didn't even see him go. I'm like, I got little screen over here. I can't see the screen on the computer. I like it. I think we're in good shape. I think next round, if Andrews, who else do we have here? Ingram, Njoku.
I
even like that Tyler Warren this year. We probably need to start thinking about
a tight end. Yeah. Ty Warren is probably my most owned tight end out of all my teams. So I've been big on him. I think he's there in the 8th, 9th, 10th round range all the time, and he's just sitting there. And I think that's a great price for him. He's gonna be the best offensive weapon they have this year. You know, that's a pass catcher. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor's their guy, but.
The other one that I think could be sneaky good, and really you could look at him like a wide receiver, and I'm gonna get his name wrong. Is it Mason Taylor or Taylor Mason on the Jets?
Mason Taylor, yeah. I agree.
He could be sneaky good because there's just not much in terms of like throwing the ball. So he's another one, but you can get him much later. Not that I'm saying I want to wait to get him, but I'm just saying in drafts in general, he's a good late round tight end stash.
Nice. So let me see what's going on. So Travis Hunter, DJ Moore goes, Pacheco finally goes, Jerry Judy. Our quarterback is still there.
Let's not put the bad juju out. Shh. Don't tell them. I'm still a little surprised about the Jared Goff, and I was trying to look at his team. It's not even like he drafted Amon-Ra or anybody who would make sense to like stack him with.
He's got Laporta.
I mean, and he wouldn't have. I see he's on auto, but Jared Goff was not the top player that it would have autoed him.
I mean, he does have another I think is 13 or 12. I think he has 12. It's either 12 or 13 indoor games again next year. So, I mean, he does have that. I know,
but you're not even – Jared Goff doesn't run, so you're not even getting the touchdowns from a running QB. I don't know. It was a very interesting pick to me. I mean, you do you, but –
So our pick is coming up. Are we going to go with our guy here? Or,
I mean, I kind of feel like we're crazy to pass up Bo Nix if he's still there. And then maybe tight end on the way back?
Let me bring up the players. Up on the board here. Yeah, who are you thinking at tight end, though?
So
should we do a stack with Bo Nix or do we separate?
Is that Evan Ingram?
Yeah.
So I love Ingram this year. I'm so okay with stacking Evan Ingram. I would probably choose Andrews. Like if I wasn't doing that, I might put Andrews above Ingram. But when you have the quarterback and if you want to do a stack, I mean, I love Ingram.
I have him in some spots too. The only thing that worries me about Ingram though is I know we only have 5 bench spots.
Damn it! They hurt us.
A second quarterback. Why would you take? You got Joe Burrow. Why do you need Bo Nix? Like what the?
That is insane to me, right there. So, kids, if you're listening and you want to build an actual competitive team here. Like, why one of those quarterbacks is going to be on your bench every single week, and trying to decide between 2 elite quarterbacks who to play will literally make you need medication in life in fantasy football. Don't do this.
Not to mention, you just passed up on a 7th round position.
Correct. So now you took somebody who would be in your lineup every week and you pushed it to the next round. So all of those players are going to this is why they need to watch our shows and get good fantasy drafting advice.
That's some expensive Joe Burrow insurance.
I mean, now some people play to take the talent off the board, right?
What's up, y'all?
What's up,
JC? On the golf course?
Yeah.
Yes, I golfed yesterday.
Hey, look at this. Look at these little golf tees I made.
Look at you, JC.
They're Adidas.
Oh, too. And we got sniped, Evan Ingram.
Oh, no. How you guys doing in the draft?
We're on the clock.
Okay. All right. So I would say tight end or Kyler Murray. I don't know. What's your thoughts on
I like Njoku, but we have to insulate the pick just in case Joe Flacco.
Is Tucker Kraft still there?
Tucker Kraft is still there, yeah.
I'm taking him over Njoku.
I'm taking Andrews over both of those guys.
Oh, if Andrews is still there, I'm taking Andrews.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do Andrews. How much time we got, Gina?
We've got 35 seconds. 34.
I just want to double check, make sure we're not missing anybody. I'll check the running backs real quick. Caleb Johnson's still there. Tyrone Tracy's still there.
I mean, Olave, if you like New Orleans at all.
No. I think I rather grab the tight end. Yeah,
okay, I say Andrews. Andrews is definitely a head and shoulder above the options there.
Oh yeah. You guys having fun? Who's winning?
Yeah, we got a winning team, I think.
Are you winning the draft? You won the draft?
Yeah, we were having fun until a guy took a second quarterback and sniped us on it, which kind of pissed us off.
Right. So through 7 rounds, JC, through 7 rounds, we got Christian McCaffrey, Drake London, Alvin Kamara, Garrett Wilson, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Swift, and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I like it's crazy you guys got London in the second.
Yeah, this is a little bit. There's some interesting drafting going on. Goff was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th quarterback off the board.
Yeah. Goff went before Mayfield, Mahomes, and Nicks.
Interesting. Okay, so I say either we scoop up Kyler Murray or Justin Fields here.
Really? You think this early? I think we can wait. I think we can wait.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're about to go do our whole league draft. We just do 9 holes beforehand. I had like a 70-foot putt.
Nice.
Yeah, it was over this like crazy bump. It was pretty nuts. Gina would have loved it.
It looks nice. It looks nice out over there. Nice.
Yeah, it's a perfect day. It's beautiful out. I also got another draft.
What's your thoughts on stashing Jordan Addison? Hang on 1 second, JC. We're on the clock here.
Oh, Jordan Addison.
Oh, what about either stashing Jordan Addison or I don't hate ETN here if you don't want to go quarterback.
I really like Travis Etienne. I was going to throw out the thoughts of grabbing a handcuff and Brian Robinson, but I think if we have Etienne.
I think it's too early. I think Robinson will definitely drop farther.
Okay.
Like ETN is playable week to week. Robinson probably is more. I don't want to grab a handcuff yet. Sorry, JC. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, good.
All right. Yeah. No. Well, I say we go ETN. I would rather have some running back depth for that. Yeah.
I'm good with ETN. Yeah, we played yesterday, and we did family golf day. It was interesting. So my little one is getting into golf. She's like good. Like she's actually legitimately like natural good. So we got her new golf clubs for her birthday, and we went and she used those for the first time. And then Bella, she's a beast. Like, so she just gets up there. She has no golf experience, has never taken a lesson, nothing. And she hits it like 4 miles every time. I'm like
a softball player.
Yeah. Well, we never used to let her play because you cannot do a golf swing and a softball swing. And I'm like, you have a hard enough time. We are not, absolutely not. Nothing will screw up your softball swing faster. So now we're like, yeah, play away. And she hits it a ton. I'm like, maybe you should have played golf.
Could have got her through college as well.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, though, I was like, you can still play. The thing I love about golf is you can literally, it's never too late to get into golf.
Oh, for sure.
I started as an adult.
Well, I just wanted to pop in and say what's up. I'm about to head home, and we're about to go. I got a live draft. So we do a live draft, and then after that, I got Iggy's draft, too, which is an auction draft, but it's also IDP. So I have that at 4. So I have, like, back-to-back drafts. It's going to be crazy.
Gosh. I know. I thought I
Nice.
was done. And then here recently it's been like draft after. I'm like, no more leagues. And then it's like, hey, do you want to join my league? I'm like,
Yeah, we got our league tomorrow night. Remember? We
yes,
draft
I
tomorrow night.
remember.
Nice. We still have opening spots. We still have a couple spots.
We have 2 spots open. It's $50 a spot. It's it's a crazy league. It's got kickers and defense.
I mean, my husband would probably take a
Gina's
spot.
like, how soon is too soon to grab a defense? Because you look last year and what?
Can I go round one?
Denver scored. They were like the number 4 scoring person in the whole draft last year.
So when you look at that, it's like, I mean, really, it is reasonable.
But when you think about it, when you look at a 1 quarterback league, quarterbacks definitely score near the top, but you don't draft them until like what, the 3rd or 4th round, sometimes not even the 6th or 7th round.
I know.
You only have to start 1. And it's crazy as I looked last year too, and like Minnesota was doing some of the best until they played like, Detroit, where Detroit puts up, 40 points on them or whatever it was, like 30-something points. And then, they're like one of the bottom teams scoring that week. You're like, shit, I shouldn't have started Minnesota this week. They scored number 4, but this week they're in the bottom 4. So
yeah,
it happened. You get scored on a lot.
Defenses are so volatile. They hate when I look and there's a defense and I'm like, no. Defense and kickers.
Yeah. Kickers are fun. So the kickers are based off of Scott Fish last year.
So basically kickers are valuable too.
Yeah, they are. So if you have kickers that can kick, like Aubrey, who can kick over 60 yards, you want those kickers to get bonuses for 60 plus
yard. Who was the guy that kicked that long?
Little?
From Jacksonville.
From Jacksonville. Like his kick would have been worth like 9 points or 10 points almost.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's a 70-yarder, so 7 points. And then I think you get a point for making it and a bonus of 2. So I think that's 10 points.
Kickers out here averaging 20 points per game.
Dude, you can have. I've seen some of the kickers average scoring like 38. You're like, holy shit. So it is what it is. You can have some fun with it. I like having some fun scoring. It's interesting.
It makes me nervous and get sweaty armpits. Anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can get we got 2 more people that want to join. You let me know. We'll get you in.
I mean, my husband might do it.
Yeah, get him in.
He is way too many teams too, but he'll be like, what's another one?
I think Dennis is in like 30, I think.
I've got to be nearing there. I'm over 20 and I hate myself for it every day.
Yeah. I'm on 24. 24. I hope I can cap it. I hope I'm done.
It's
Monday's my last one.
Full-time job when you have to set your lineups and play waivers, and I don't recommend it. I need to say no.
This will be fun. Tomorrow's going to be fun. It's going to be chaos. I love it. All right, I'm out of here, everybody.
All right, good luck golfing.
Thanks for dropping
we're done
in,
golfing.
Man.
We're going to draft now.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Yeah. Later.
All right. Good luck drafting.
See you, everybody. Peace.
Bye. All right. Where are you at what do you think?
So now we can probably grab our quarterback, maybe.
Gosh, when you so I'm a sort by points. When I'm drafting, I sort by points more than I sort by ADP.
Yep.
Gosh, there's oh wait, that's why I'm like,
so
I was on flex. I was like,
I'm more in on Drake May than
I was just gonna say I don't know that I can draft Fields over May. So if Drake May, I'm like smash on May if he's there. And then what's your thoughts on Pittman this year?
Michael Pittman? I like him. I'm in on him. Yeah.
So I don't know that he'll make it back around, but some people are a little weird about Michael Pittman. So he could, because he's kind of one of those players that has been a little stinky in the last couple of years. So he's been dropping, but I think he could have a year. I'm also really big on Marvin Mims this year. I think Marvin Mims is going to be a really good wide receiver.
I like him. I'm worried about him being consistent. I think so. Here's my thoughts on this. I really like Pat Bryant, and I think that Troy Franklin is also improving.
Yeah.
So I think that if it wasn't for that, I would. God bless. If it wasn't for that, I would be 100% on board with Marvin Mims. But I'm worried about his usage being inconsistent still. As good as he is, and as they showed signs of using him more, and I do believe they will use him more, and he will have those spike weeks where he pops.
So like better best ball guy.
Yes, that's where I'm going with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Pat Bryant or the other one, Troy Franklin, same thing. I think all three of those are best ball plays. I don't necessarily think one's going to be good week to week.
Yeah.
I think Sutton's there. I think, Mims is definitely going to get more usage, but I don't know. He worries me, if I have to start him. He does worry me.
I have, I hope you're wrong because I have a lot of Mims. He is like this spot in the draft. If he's there, I'm like, I don't know. I'm in on Mims.
I like it. I like it because chances are you built properly around him. It's not like you have all boomer bust wide receivers. So you're taking them for the spike weeks. If you're playing in a deep league, where there's multiple flexes, 3 wide receivers and multiple flexes, he absolutely carries value.
Yeah.
But this is start two wide receiver in one flex, so you necessarily don't even have to start 3 wide receivers, and we have 3 really good ones.
Yeah.
So it's like when would we ever? I mean, what type of a bye week filler are we looking for here? Do we want to go for a boom, or are we looking for somebody like you said, like Michael Pittman's going to go in there and he's going to give us a floor,
Right. Yeah, so I say we go Drake May here, full confidence.
I'm with you.
Add our first Patriot to the team. He's probably the only Patriot that I am targeting.
I don't mind Hunter. I like Trevion Henderson too, but
yes, Henderson.
Where we went for Kamara in the 4th, we kind of couldn't. We could have taken Henderson in the 5th, but Garrett Wilson. There was still elite wide receiver ones available. Garrett Wilson was there.
Where did he even go?
He went right after we took Garrett Wilson.
Oh, okay. I kind of feel like Wilson was the pick there, though. I love Henderson. I think he's going to be good. The Patriots running back has always, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? There's a lot happening.
That's the 2 auto picks. There's only one on. Oh. It was coming around pretty fast.
Wait, that guy has 3 quarterbacks. What is happening?
Yeah, he's on auto pick.
So he's not really trying to win?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're back.
Austin Ekeler just got picked in the 10th round right before us.
Did you want Austin Ekeler?
Not really.
Oh.
I do think he has a role in the offense.
Oh, I think Austin's great. We're probably pretty good on running backs right now. I feel like we do need to probably take another wide receiver. Or is it? Tucker Kraft is there too, but can you play?
No, but that's really good insurance. He's the last
tier
potential top 10 tight end.
And you could play him in a flex position. You can play 2 tight ends because you got a tight end in flex, but I don't know why you'd be playing him over.
Did I pick him?
Yeah, I think you did.
I meant to just
put Tucker Kraft.
I meant to just put him in the queue.
And well, Tucker Kraft it is.
He disappeared from the list. I was like, whoops.
It's better than having 3 quarterbacks at this point.
Sniper Mel will be proud. We took Tucker Kraft to back up Mark Andrews.
But we did take Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews is known to have injury issues. So in the event that Mark Andrews goes down, we do have that same tier, I would say, of tight end.
I like it. And like you
fine.
said, we
fine.
can
It could have been worse.
We can flex them if and when we come across bye weeks.
Right. I hate when people go on auto draft. Like, it just throws everything in a tailspin. And there is nothing worse, by the way, than getting sniped from an auto pick.
Yeah, that is an awful feeling. And not only that, but sometimes the people who are drafting around or next to or in that area can really clean up too. And it's kind of unfair to the other side of the board. But with that being said, there is 3 teams on auto pick right now.
Which is just like real. Like, the other thing is, I know this is a charity, but it's not a cheap league to get into. Who would like invest the money and then not pick their team?
Somebody who forgot, or somebody who just wanted to donate but not necessarily play, but they got a spot.
I guess I would be like, here, I paid this. You take care of the team. I mean, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles were the first defense off the board on an auto pick, which is interesting to me because the Denver Broncos should have been the top auto pick.
And it was also in the 6th round.
In the 6th round, right?
I didn't even notice that when it happened.
Yes. And then we had the Baltimore Ravens and then the Denver Broncos. Now, if you did want to go elite defense, you definitely Vikings, Steelers.
I like the Vikings over the Steelers.
I like the Vikings too. I will tell you who else could be interesting is the Patriots defense this year.
My most owned defense.
And like you can get them probably
last.
Yes. Yes.
They open up with the Raiders and I have a feeling, and it's at home. I think that the defense is going to play out of their mind that game.
Yeah,
they're good at.
So the Cardinals are another one who open up with the Saints. If you're ever like streaming a defense, they have a great week 1. But streaming is best in a 10-person league, I think, because there's usually a lot more available.
I like to carry one defense, not necessarily that I spent capital on, but if I do take an elite defense, it won't be the only defense I roster, and I will do the best I can to not drop them. If I take somebody like the Broncos, I'm still streaming defenses, but I'm streaming when the matchup, like I don't like Denver's matchup, the Broncos, what they're playing that week. And I'll try to scoop up too. Like there was a couple of teams I had last year where I ended up picking up the Broncos and the Vikings, and I rolled with them. Oh. Yeah, and I think I picked Denver up in like week 2, and
oh my gosh,
Minnesota was like not too much longer after that.
Yeah,
and this was there's you had 20 roster spots, so there's room to stash 2 defenses. So that's what I was doing. That's what I like to do. I like to try to pick up that defense that's going to hit that went undrafted. That's kind of how I approach my team defenses. That, and I'll stream when the matchup calls for it. If there's a defense that's on the waiver wire that has an awesome matchup, and I'm not too confident in what I have on my roster for their matchup, then I'll go ahead and I'll stream the defense, even though I'm rostering 1 or 2 already elite defenses. I think that's one of the edges that people underestimate is if you just pick one defense and roll with them every week, you're getting their bad weeks as well as their good weeks. So if you can scrape up the extra 5-10 points, especially in total points contests,
Right.
or even head to head, sometimes 5-10 points is the difference. And if you grab the right defense and stream it, as opposed to just rolling with your elite D that's got a tough matchup, they're not going to get any points from the score, and it's going to be a shootout type of a game, and you're kind of relying on a touchdown really to save your day.
All right.
But
sorry, we're up here. So the names that kind of jump out to me right now are Josh Palmer, Keon Coleman, Demario Douglas would be interesting because we picked up Drake May, and Cedric Tillman. So those are the ones that Christian Kirk could be interesting too this year. Shaheed, of course, is at the top of the board. And just before Shaheed got injured, I mean, he was really doing an amazing job. We never know after injury what a player is going to come back like. And also New Orleans is just kind of gross.
how about you, Marvin Mims?
Mims is there too.
For me, I'm looking at Mims or Keon Coleman.
Yeah. So you like Keon over Josh?
I do, yeah, I do. I think he's going to have a year two leap, and I think he's the X wide receiver. As far as upside goes, if he takes a step forward, he's going to benefit the most. I think.
Okay, so I'm good with
that. I also like Mims too. I mean, how much time we got? I put Mims in the queue.
9 seconds.
Mims or Coleman?
Go Keon Coleman.
All right. Oh.
Maybe not. Who do we get? Oh, we got him.
Okay.
I have a lot of Mims. I don't have a lot of Keon Coleman, so we'll do that. We'll take the path less traveled there.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, you just talked me out of Marvin Mims because of his whole up and down. So I'm like, well, let's go with the more consistent guy.
Well, I don't want you to. Yeah, well, I don't want you to change.
Now I'm regretting all my Marvin Mims.
Your philosophy. No, I like Marvin Mims. I was much higher on Marvin Mims before the preseason. I think that Denver's offense looks really good. Pat Bryant looks really good. Troy Franklin's get it. Like, those guys are showing that they can do it. And that's why I'm just a little bit wary about Mims' consistent usage. I think that all three of those guys are going to be like a revolving door each week.
Yeah.
And Cortland Sutton's really, and Evan Ingram are really the consistent guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Consistent pieces.
Okay, so on the way back, some interesting ones for me. Obviously, Mims, if he's still there, Christian Kirk, I mentioned. Xavier Legette, because we just had Coker go to the IR for several weeks. He's out for several weeks.
Right.
So that leaves McMillan as the wide receiver 1, and Legette would step in there as wide receiver 2. So that could be an interesting pickup. Cedric Tillman also for me is, you got Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver 1, and Cedric Tillman, I think, is their wide receiver 2, right?
Yes.
With Joe Flacco, if he's slinging the ball, I mean, Cedric Tillman could get some volume.
So I was in on Tillman early as well. I'm not that I'm out on Tillman now. I still like him. I drafted so much of him early on.
You're like, I need some new guys.
Well, I started seeing then now that we have closure on the quarterback situation, I definitely feel better about him.
Right. Right.
But as what I've been doing with all Browns players this year, if I'm drafting them, I'm making sure that I have a plan for the second half of the season in the event that Flacco's not there. Although I think people aren't giving Cleveland enough credit. I think they could be somewhat of a competitive team all year, and I do think there is a chance we see Flacco start the entire season. So I will throw that out there.
Yeah, I think Flacco will be fine. So I think you got Mims still.
I made the last one. I'll let you pick this one.
No, I said Keon Coleman.
Oh, did you? I just brought. But you okay? Fine.
I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on Leggett? I think his ADP is a little low considering what just happened with Coker.
Do we need to take Leggett now though?
No, we probably could. I don't know that he'll make it back, but he might. You got people taking defenses now. I mean, if you like Mims, take Mims or Tillman. Mims or Tillman.
I went Mims.
Mims. Okay. I mean, it was like a sign, right? You were going to take him and then he made it back. What's your thoughts on Christian Kirk? I mean, I know he's kind of just like a meh. Like he just doesn't excite me, but
he is a boring pick.
He's what?
He's definitely a boring pick. Yeah.
He's boring. He's not exciting. But sometimes you have to go boring to be like consistent.
So I like him, and it's because of their offensive line. I feel like Kirk's going to be a safety net when Stroud gets under pressure. Christian Kirk is going to be the guy that's going to be open. It's the other guys. I feel like Jaden Higgins and the other. Who else are they? Nico Collins. They take time for their roots to develop. So when the offensive line breaks down, the plays break down, or he gets pressure, and Stroud isn't able to find that pocket to scramble out to and create time, I think those are the targets that Christian Kirk is going to get. And he moves chains too. I think when it's like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, when teams double Nico, Christian Kirk, he can pick up those first downs. So I definitely think he gets usage.
Yeah. And this is a bye week guy. He's not going to be a
right
play. So players like that in bye weeks, I mean, the boomer busts are hard because if you're in a bust week, in a bye week, it really sucks. So just something to think about. And I'm with you, not exciting. And my life with Christian Kirk and fantasy has literally been like this because it's like 1 year he's good, 1 year he's meh, 1 year he's good, 1 year he's meh. Not his playing ability, but just his usage. But I do think he is in a decent spot this year that the usage will be there in a safe way.
Right. So we got 3 picks left. Now we're talking about Christian Kirk, but I do want to bring this up. We have 2, 4, 5. We have 5 wide receivers and we have 4 running backs.
Okay.
We got our 2 tight ends. and we do need to pick a kicker in a defense. So we have to be selective about what position we take here.
So what do you think about Joe Mixon?
Can't say I have any shares. So I
don't either, but I don't know if he
healthy. Even healthy, I don't even know if that's a good type of stash. Especially with that team we have. I mean, I don't know.
I would rather take a chance on Trey Benson, quite honestly.
I was going to say, I think we should go with something with more upside if we pick a running back.
The rookie, the Dylan Sampson out of Cleveland could be an interesting, if you wanted to try to pick another running back.
So I like, Sampson. Sampson's would be one with upside.
So the Vikings are still there. What do you think about grabbing the Vikings if they're, I know it's not the last round, but if they're there, is it worth, and the Packers are also another defense to consider this year.
Yeah, I like it. We can knock defense out of the way.
The Vikings actually, oh no, they're still there. I thought they just won. Yeah.
Texans, Vikings, Bills, Packers, all 4 of those are excellent.
I like
options.
Minnesota.
I do too.
I mean, there's nobody that I'm looking at except for, I will say, I do really like Trey Benson. I don't know what to think about Cleveland's backfield, quite honestly. You've got that rookie that they haven't actually committed to that had the pending charges, but then they dropped them.
Quinshon Judkins.
What is his name?
Quinshon Judkins, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with him. And then this Dylan Sampson. And then they've got Jerome Ford, who wasn't really good last year. And who else did they have? Did they have Kareem Hunt last year? Who did they have last year? I think it was Kareem Hunt.
Did they have him briefly? I don't know. I thought
I
he was
thought
on.
they had.
He was on the Chiefs, though, right? No, I think he
Yeah,
signed.
I think Cleveland had him at some point because I think it was him and Ford because I picked him up in I think this was 2 years ago. Actually, I think I'm thinking of my Scott Fishbowl team 2 years ago. So I'm good with the Vikings still there. I'm
Yeah,
good
they
with the
are.
Vikings if you are.
Is it our turn?
Yeah, I think we're on the clock. Yep.
All right, let's do it. Vikings theaters. I like it.
All right, and then kickers. I don't know that it really matters.
So we got.
Rutgers still there.
I say we wait.
Kicker last.
Last, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, so we could go Leggett, or if you want to go running back. All right, it looks like Samson went.
Leggett.
Oh, Rashad White is also an interesting one.
See, I'm one of the very few Rashad White truthers, and
I think Rashad will still have a role in Tampa Bay.
I agree, especially with the pass catchers being injured. 100%. He's every year he's played.
Last year, he actually ended up putting together a good season, and Bucky came on at the end really strong. But I don't see them phasing Rashad White out. And
I agree.
He's not the best running back out there, but he's effective.
I agree 100%, and I do think that if Bucky misses time, he can.
Rashad's your go-to.
He can handle a 3-down roll.
Yeah,
and we've seen him handle it as long as it. I don't think he can sustain it throughout the season, but we have seen him handle that 3-down roll before for Tampa Bay, and it's part of a high-powered offense. So
yeah. So I am good with if you want to pick up another running back. I think White. We're on the clock. 29 seconds. So I would say White or Leggett.
I think we'll go with another running back. I think
I like it.
We should carry 5 running backs. Yeah.
Yeah. We both agreed on him. So
good. Yeah, no, and it's part of the reason why I think Bucky Irvin is the worst pick in the second round. If you can get Bucky in the third round, now we're talking. But second round, I just can't bring myself to pick Bucky in the second round. I can't do it. There's so many more
He does scare me a little taking him that up there. But I do like him before some other running backs that I'd take. But I have not taken a whole lot of Bucky Irving, not because I don't like him, but I'm kind of with you. I'm like, if I really want to take him right here.
Bucky Irving or Jonathan Taylor. That seems to be.
I'm taking Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, see, me too. Bucky Irvin or AJ.
I like Jonathan Taylor. I think he's going to be a very good running back this year.
He's great when he's healthy.
Well, they're all great when they're healthy, right?
Yeah. No, I like Jonathan Taylor. I have some of Jonathan Taylor this year for sure. Sometimes there's those drafts he just falls, and you get him in the back end of the round too, a pair with Jamar Chase or a pair with CeeDee Lamb, and you're in real good shape. That's a great start. Definitely a great start. So we got one more round. We're off into the 15th round. We're gonna end up with we're gonna pick our kicker finally.
Yeah, who are you feeling?
Let's see. Let's take a look. Fairbairn. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Fairbairn?
Fairbairn, right? But it's just that you're Boston, so it's Fairbairn. There's no R. Fairbairn.
Makes me think of you're making me think of grown-ups now when the girl says, "You made me spill my freaking beer." Yeah.
What about Matt Gay? He's actually supposed to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, Washington kicker works too. I mean, I try to go for high-powered high scoring offenses. I try to factor in like maybe they'll have some field goal attempts too. I don't want too high power like
Right.
You know what I
You don't
mean?
want
Because
all
then
field goals. You
you
want
want
some.
yeah,
Or
you don't
you
want
don't want all extra points. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck because that
You
happened
do
to me
want
a
all
couple of
field
times.
goals.
Yeah,
You
you want
actually want them to get to the end, but not be able to get the job done, and you want them to have to kick. But you don't want that quarterback.
teams. Another good one is teams with good defenses but bad offenses, because you get the turnover and then they're in good position and then they don't do anything with it, and then the kicker comes out.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot with teams that have good defense. Like Houston would be one of them. Like, not saying that Stroud stinks, but the offense has been inconsistent over the last like 20 games played.
Right.
So I think he's Fairbairn. Fairbairn is he's a good target. Is he still there? He got picked.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you've got this rookie Loop. We don't know anything about him, but Baltimore does have a good offense and a good defense, quite frankly.
The Jacksonville guy still there? I didn't even look to see if he was still there.
No, I don't know. If he is, he's way down. No, I don't think he's available. So we got Loop, Moody, McPherson, Gay, Reichard, Minnesota.
What about Carlson?
I mean, the nice thing about Moody is you don't have to worry about changing out your kicker until week 14, if that's any consolation.
That's not true, because once my kicker starts giving me shit games, I'm releasing him. I'm looking for.
I'm just saying, in theory, if he's good.
What about Will Lutz from Denver? I mean,
I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I have an opinion about like the top ones, maybe, but whatever you think.
I'm gonna go with Reichard because that's what JC would have wanted us to pick.
Okay, I'm like, that was the most random one of them all.
The guy we didn't even talk about. Well, we were running out of time. We were running out of time, and I have position.
But he is a good Boston Reichard,
Reichard.
So we got the R in there, or the lack thereof. All right.
Let's
our draft is done. I like it. I think we got a great team. Finishing it out with Reichard.
So let's see. Let's go over it pick by pick real quick. First round, we took CMC. You and I decided we would go and run him back if CMC was there.
Funny, we ended up with him because we literally were like, hope we end up with CMC at 8.
And here I was thinking like maybe Barkley will fall. Barkley was 101.
Yeah, he was 101. I was like, I don't know what you're smoking, but maybe.
No, I didn't smoke, surprisingly, before this one, though. But no, so in the high stakes drafts, he falls to 7 sometimes. People are worried about
That's crazy.
Yeah, he does. McCaffrey round 1. Now another great value, Drake London in round 2. So I'm picking Drake London if CMC wasn't there, and I didn't want to start. I pivoted to a wide receiver. I'm picking Drake London over all 4 of the wide receivers that went before him here: AJ Brown, Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, and Brian Thomas. That's how much in I'm on Drake London this year.
Interesting. Now, Drake London, surprisingly, is not a player that I draft a whole lot. I don't know. I have no opinion on that whatsoever. He's perfectly fine. He's perfectly capable. I don't know what it is. He's just a player I don't end up with a lot. Right. I have nothing against him. I just don't have him like anywhere. So I'm kind of excited to have him.
I like it. Yeah, his ceiling is through the roof. He's entering. He's entering
him more. I think the reason I have stayed away from him is because Atlanta has not done a whole lot, and I didn't care for their quarterback situation. Was a little murky, and it was like his potential was a little jaded. So I do really like what Penix did when he came in last year. And so I'm more excited about Atlanta now,
right,
with Michael Penix.
And I just, one thing I've been doing my entire fantasy career as a player is I take note when wide receivers are entering their third year. I feel
Interesting.
like CD scored over 400 points in his third year. It's one of those benchmarks that I use, like wide receivers going into the fourth year too. Sometimes it can take a year. Maybe their offensive environment isn't where it needs to be in their third season, but I feel like that's when prime elite wide receivers take their biggest jump. And
that's interesting.
He showed flashes of it towards the end when they start. If he's getting 8 to 10 targets a game from Penix, then he's going to smash his ADP and he's going to hit his ceiling, I think, for sure this year. You got Bijan entering his third year as well. The offense is starting to really gel together. Maybe, like you said, maybe Kyle Pitts will show up.
It's going to be his year. It's like his, fifth or sixth year, but this is the one.
Their defense isn't really – I mean, they improved their defense in the offseason, but their defense isn't really top-notch either. So, the passing volume could be there. I just think his ceiling is high. And the New York Super, which for those of you who don't know, New York Super is a 12-team, $2,500 buy-in. You have to be invited, but getting a spot in that league is nearly impossible. You have to wait till somebody drops out, or you have to co-own a team with somebody. But Drake London went 6th overall in that, so I'm not the only one that thinks he's got that type of a ceiling. So sometimes you got to pay attention to the shop money. I mean, when there's things that stick out like that, that's quite a reach in my opinion, and so it's got to mean something. But so round 3, we decided on Kamara. If I was drafting this by myself, I probably would have picked Trevion Henderson, but
I wish you would have actually mentioned him because I forgot about him. But that's okay. Kamara is going to be fine. I mean, we don't know. Henderson is a little bit of a question mark. We do know Kamara is a beast. So sometimes it's advantageous to go with the experienced older guy than the inexperienced rookie. I mean, he's got Stevenson behind him who, is nipping at his heels in New England.
Well, they're definitely going to share the ball. I have Stevenson down for 200 touches, 160 carries, and then I have Trevion for right around 220 total touches. So, they're definitely going to split time. I just think Henderson he's going to be the more of the passing down back, and I also think he gets the high value touches like the red zone area and the big plays. Of course, that's where
I think we went with the right choice. I think we did good. I do.
Yeah, I have no problem with Kamara.
I love Henderson, but this year I think Kamara we were good there.
Yeah, totally in on Kamara too. So and then once it come back around, we could have taken Henderson again there, but at that point we already had 2 running backs, and I feel like there was Garrett Wilson is an elite. He's considered a wide receiver 1 in fantasy. So
I think Wilson is going to have a good year. Actually, I think a lot of people are down on him because he's had bad quarterback situations and it has jaded his position. But I think it's going to be good. I think Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson are definitely going to do big things this year. And then Xavier Worthy, how can you that right there? Worthy took a major jump when Rashee Rice had a 6-week suspension. So I was a little iffy before we knew what the suspension was going to be on Rice, because it was like, okay, who is going to be the elite, wide receiver? It was a little confusing. But then once the suspension came in, now we don't know what's going to happen when Rice comes back, but we've got enough. I mean, that is our wide receiver 3, which really we only have to play 2. So I think Worthy is a great pickup for the first half of the season, and we'll see from there.
Worthy as a flex for sure to start the season.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think that Rashee Rice is 100% the number one target there, but I don't think that takes. I think it actually helps Worthy. I'm actually worried that Rice is missing 6 games because my point of view was if Xavier Worthy's usage gets wide receiver 1 usage for his particular team, I worry about his longevity throughout the season. I think he's susceptible to if he takes a big hit, he can miss time. I think he could definitely be in the concussion protocol with a big hit. It's just the extra usage, increases that risk. So I think when Rashee Rice does come back, he's still going to be his efficiency is going to be through the roof. Pretty much. If he doesn't get, he's not going to get targeted 10 times like Rashee Rice is, but he's got that big play skill set. So once he gets the ball in his hands, he can do some damage. And I think that having them both on the field is it's going to be good for his efficiency. So I think Rashee Rice coming back will help him.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift for our RB3, which he's your ideal RB3. I mean,
yep, he'll be fine.
Yeah, there's really not much competition in Chicago anyway. There's Rashawn. Rashawn's been banged up and he's been underachieving, and then you have 7th round Kyle Monangai, who took him a little while to get going, to get some momentum, to get any type of positive reports out of training camp. So when the real games start to happen, I feel like there's going to be that learning curve again for him because, it took him a little while to get the preseason down. So now, so I think DeAndre Swift is definitely a great early season target. I don't see any running backs really breaking through there until the season unfolds a little bit more, or until Swift misses time, if he does miss time. But we've got Mark Andrews, who has been probably one of the better tight end values all draft season. Was consistently in the 5th round, sometimes the 4th round. Now he goes in the 7th and the 8th round range. Kind of a no-brainer pick.
Yeah, and when he's on the field, he's a favorite target. So
he is the number 1 target in Baltimore, without a doubt, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne as our RB4. Now I've been on Etienne. I think people are worrying about that situation way too much. I think Bigsby will get goal line carries, and I guess that's fine because Etienne is going to be pretty much everything else. I think that Bigsby will get 10 to 15 carries a game, if that, but Etienne will split that as well, and I think he gets work in the passing game, especially when plays where Travis Hunter is not on the field. I don't know how much offense Travis Hunter plans on playing if he's doing both, and how long he can sustain that. I mean, I'm a believer that Travis Hunter is a wide receiver, especially early on in his career.
Right.
And that's what he was drafted for, but we'll see what happens there. But I do think ETN is definitely going to be could push for 50 plus receptions easily this year in that passing offense. Then we grab the last running quarterback that's not Justin Fields, I guess.
Did Justin Fields even get drafted? Yeah, he did. I see him. He went to. I was like, I don't remember. Yeah, he went like 3 rounds later. We could have really waited. But I like Drake May.
What's up, friends? I'm in the wrong count. It's Amber.
Amber. Hi, Amber.
Coach Craig is in here too.
Hi, Coach Craig.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that joined us today.
Yeah.
The people in the chat. I haven't all the way been paying attention to the chat. I know Sniper Mel wanted to. She asked if Craig was excited about
yes, I did
Micah
answer
Parsons.
her. He's very excited about Micah Parsons. When that went through, he was like, he saw it come through on his phone and he was like, wait, think I just saw something crazy. And then he's like, oh my God. He was like, I thought that's what it said, but I couldn't believe that's what it said.
Nice. All right, so let's get through the rest of our team.
Yeah, we
so
got
we can get out of here.
Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft as a backup tight end to Mark Andrews, which I absolutely love. He was the last potential starting tight end available, so grabbing him
It was
there.
kind of an accidental pick, but it was a good accident.
Yeah, no, we were picking him anyway. I meant to put him in the queue just to discuss the last 30 or 40 seconds we had on the clock in case we missed, wanted to go another direction. But Kraft, I love the pick there because he could very well carve out number 2 pass catcher on that team.
Yeah.
Nobody had over 80 targets last year. Dontavian Wicks led the team with 76 targets, and everybody was right around that range, like 72, 68, 70. Yeah. So Tucker Kraft, definitely room for improvement on his usage. Keon Coleman is my favorite Bills pass catcher to target. I think that his ceiling is higher than everyone else's. He's definitely had bumps in his rookie year. I think that Buffalo as an offense itself doesn't really have a true identity based on what Josh Allen can do on his own. So he kind of is, he doesn't have a number 1 target since Diggs left. So I think that with Shakir having, missing most of all of preseason with the injury and really being limited, like Shakir's more of a possession type of wide receiver. They get him the ball in space. He's a yards after catch guy. I think that Coleman has, if he can take a next step this year, I think he has potential to get double-digit touchdowns in the Buffalo offense. I mean, a lot of people are kind of making the same push for Dalton Kincaid, but I'm taking a shot on the second year wide receiver from Buffalo. Then we went Marvin Mims in round 12 because he just kept falling.
He did.
And
he was begging to be picked.
we discussed him earlier, so we won't go in depth on him. Vikings D, which is
I think we did awesome waiting and still getting an elite defense, and we'll just keep an eye on streaming potentials.
Right, I agree with that. Rashad White, I mean,
we both
every year he's played in the NFL, he's had 50-plus receptions.
Yeah.
We have Godwin coming along slowly. We have McMillan out for at least the first 9 games. Booker in his rookie season. Mike Evans, we know, is great, but we don't like to see him getting heavily targeted every game because then we have to hold our breath with his hamstring and everything else. So I do think that Rashad White, like we mentioned earlier, Gina, he definitely still has a role in the passing game. He gets usage. His red zone usage is underrated. And I think
he's another he's like a Christian Kirk. He's not exciting. He's a little boring, but sometimes you have to look past all of that to the potential that he has on the team. And he's that guy that he's still going to get usage.
He's got a nose for the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we, much like our defense, we went with the Minnesota kicker. And so we got the Minnesota special teams there. We
did that for JC.
Well, I was just thinking of when he does his rooftop bets, he always throws in a Will Reichard field goal of some sort. Will Reichard's his favorite go-to kicker to bet on.
Reichard, and we like when Joe says his name.
Nice. That's all they talked about. I was on Big Draft Energies. I did the overnight. And oh man, that's all they were killing me about the accent the whole time.
Oh, you gotta love the Boston accent. I don't have one. I'm from Massachusetts, but I'm from the western side, so I never got it.
I was gonna say you are. Yeah, that you.
I am a Mass, so I am a fellow Masshole. But
that's right. Team Massholes entering the Austin Ekeler Foundation charity draft.
That's right. That's right.
We're in it to win it, the cool prizes.
Yeah. Our team name should be Massholes.
I'll come up with something.
The mass holes. All right. Well, this was fun. This is
Yeah.
good. It was a good draft.
It was. I think we killed it, and we have a good chance of winning some cool prizes.
Yeah, I looked. Our projection is not the highest, but it's up there. I mean, projections move all the time, but we definitely we did well.
Yeah.
I do think sometimes with those projections, it also takes into consideration, like, you got top defenses that may be higher if somebody went higher on a kicker, stuff like that. But I think we did a nice, consistent team. Nothing was crazy. There were no reaches. We didn't take Jared Goff in the fifth round.
I know that's extreme.
Yeah, you gotta play for the long haul. And then the other part, of course, is managing your team and taking advantage of injuries and making sure that you're keeping an eye on waivers, all the fun stuff. So I think we'll do fine.
Awesome. So to close this out, I just want to say I put in thank you, Austin Ekeler, for doing all you do for the foundation and charity and creating this platform where we can enjoy our hobby, fantasy football, and do good at the same time. I did put the links in the description of the show. I put the link for the foundation. I put the Austin. Yeah, I put all the info. If you guys anybody wants to donate, hasn't donated yet, all the info is on that website in the description. Appreciate everybody in the chat, everyone that tuned in live to see me and Gina draft this masterpiece. Masterpiece, yeah.
We might both be wearing a crown at the end of this.
Right? Like Gina's head can get any bigger, yeah. No. Listen, you got the resume to back it up. So
well, if I can win this, resume gets even better.
There you go. Hit the like, and hit the subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the Sports Affiliation, subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of cool stuff going on during the season. And if you're watching on X, just take the time to go over to YouTube and hit that thumbs up for us. It helps us out. We're trying to grow big. We're trying to grow our audience. And all those little things is what's going to help. So that's it, Gina. You got anything else to add? I think we're good.
I just want to add that I thank you very much for wanting to co-own this team together.
Absolutely.
And thank you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you, Austin, for giving people an opportunity to do fun things as a charity, helping others and having fun doing it. So all good. Can't wait to see what this season brings.
Nice. Awesome. Me too. Good luck to everybody in your draft. Crush your draft if you got one this weekend. We know we got the Listener League tomorrow night. That's also being live streamed, so you can check that out. I'm sure we'll be posting the link all over X tomorrow, and we'll see you guys then. Have a good night.
Bye.
And have a good rest of your Labor Day weekend.